tomorrow is 9/11. It's just such a powerful day. So many things to remember and think about. So many people to remember and think about. I actually started watching it. I thought, do I want to do this or not? But on Netflix, they've got a series up about 9/11. And I went back and forth about starting it. And, when I was going to watch it was going to be at the end of the day. And, it really puts you into a headspace. And it's a painful thing to think about, obviously. And we weren't even near it.
Mm-hmm.
But I started to watch it. You've seen it, Patty? Have you started it?
I started watching it too.
Yeah. And it's a docu-series. But it sort of starts to go through the sequence of what happened, how the hijackers got to the planes. And it is terrifying in a way to watch. And you still can't believe the images you see of those airplanes. You still cannot believe your eyes of those two airplanes.
Like we lived through it, right? Like we saw it live on television, and every year we remember that moment in time. But when you see these images, you still cannot believe this happened.
Well, and the other thing that stood out to me, and it does every year, you have all of those people in the buildings, right? Those people who are at work in the buildings, and then you have 400 plus first responders going towards those buildings whose lives were lost. 400 plus first responders.
And then you hear their
lost.
stories,
and
their
you
families.
See their families. It's heart-wrenching, and it's difficult to see.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow, it's a sad anniversary. I cannot believe it's been 20 years since these attacks.
I know.
It feels like yesterday.
The flags are up at Pepperdine University in Malibu for the 14th straight year. They've got 2,977 flags, each representing someone who lost their lives that day. It's breathtaking to see. It'll stop you in your tracks.
Mm-hmm.
There are memorial ceremonies being held in Torrance, El Segundo, all over Southern California. And there are permanent memorials featuring steel from the World Trade Center in Alhambra, Manhattan Beach, Redondo Beach, and at Station 88 of the LA Fire Department. President Biden's going to visit 3 attack sites, Ground Zero, the Pentagon. That was the other thing that struck me, Pentagon and then Pennsylvania. The other thing that it's mind-boggling is that there were 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
And maybe more that they stopped, but 1, 2, 3, 4 airplanes that went down. So we need to take time and just sort of reflect on all that. Not just tomorrow, but anytime I hear New York or you see the skyline, it's something you think. Anytime I see an airplane, to be honest with you, in the sky that's descending, it runs through my mind.
My kids learn about 9/11 in school, and actually, all over school they have a memorial with a piece of steel from Ground Zero. But it's so interesting, when I'm telling them my experience, because I was there. So it's just really interesting moment for me to be like, you know what? I woke up that morning and I watched this happen live on television.
We all did because we watched Building 2.
Mm-hmm.
We watched the second strike.
Correct. Building 2.
Because one, we were all everybody turned on their TV. We couldn't believe it. And then, there was just a nationwide gasp in that
when
second.
That happened, when Building 2 got hit.
So we remember.